I thought he had a heart attack.
No. He gets
shot?
He gets shot. He's like, oh, they got Donnie. It's like, he's shot, he's down.
Oh, that's so weird. For some reason, I thought that they win the fight, but he had a heart attack.
No.
And I've seen that movie, but I haven't really I can't think of the last time I watched it from start to end.
Yeah.
But, like, I've seen it so many times from random spots.
Yeah.
Like.
And then there's also, Donnie's also, Yeah. But also, Donnie is also the best bowler in the movie. He never misses he always gets strikes, which is weird.
Yeah.
And then whenever he wears a bowling shirt, he never has a shirt that says Donnie. It says Ray and then Dale. And they're two different shirts.
Interesting.
So there's that. Also, they are, Megan, I think he wants to go get Hamtaro up front. Okay. But there's also another weird thing where the Julianne Moore character, Maud, she's like, oh, well, what do you do? And he's like, yeah, I go, smoking some Thai stick and, hanging out. And he's like, I have the occasional acid flashback that I hang out with sometimes. And his acid flashback is Sam Elliott. So the narrator of the whole movie is just the dude's acid flashback.
That's wild.
So there's a whole layer of it there.
Yeah.
It's like, I've watched it too many times. It's like, first of all, it's a great movie. But it's also like not that great of a movie. It just has subtext, and it's and it has that whole like inconsistent narrator kind of thing, or you can't trust the narrator kind of thing.
Yeah. Interesting.
Cool. There's some layers to it that I was trying to understand because there's a whole religion based around it.
Yeah.
Which I was like, why is there a whole religion based on this movie?
Bizarre.
And the dude is a pacifist. He never fights anybody in the movie, and everybody else is. And there's also Walter is supposed to represent the U.S. during the Kuwait problem. So there's a whole political aspect of it too, where Walter is just really aggressive, and is just pulls his piece out on Smokey, and he's like, oh, he's a pacifist, man. He was a conscientious objector. Like, why are you doing that, dude? And he's just like, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting layers to it. There's some Saddam Hussein is in it, but he's given the bowling shoes to the dude in his acid flashback dream that he has. Where So there's that. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I was trying to understand. It's like my dad's generation's movie that it's like their cultural movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the Gen X cultural movie.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've watched it multiple times, not from start to begin, not start to end, but random spots, especially it would come on Comedy Central all the time.
That's how Office Space. That's
Office
how I
Space,
watched Office Space a billion times.
See, I love Office Space.
Oh yeah.
Great movie. Huh? Stapler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get your ass kicked saying something like that. I love the. Did you ever see the Funny or Die where they made Michael Bolton, or they made Michael Bolton's character played by Michael Bolton in the Funny or Die sketch? So they recreated Office Space, but instead of David, whatever his name is, from Mad TV, and it's actually Michael Bolton.
That's really funny. I have not seen that.
That's incredible. Not gonna work here anymore.
Oh, Clique.
All right.
That was a huge setup.
Yeah. Oh, he's playing
for him. Yeah. I don't know. Watched a bunch of mid movies. I feel like watched. Did you see Indiana Jones?
Nope.
It was so boring.
They lost me. I was like, there's really one movie, and I love Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
But it's really just Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And then a bunch of other stuff.
And then they were like, oh no, what do we do? And they're like, all right, it's going to be a prequel. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, that one, nobody really liked it, and everybody hates that movie. Steven Spielberg hates that movie. George Lucas hates that movie. Everybody involved in the production process, Temple of Doom, hates it.
Yep.
Crystal Skull sucks.
See, I didn't see Crystal Skull. I've heard that people like this one more than Crystal Skull, but sure. I swear they made a movie. It was literally just a MacGuffin chasing movie. Like nothing happens in the movie other than people chasing stuff.
Yeah, you got Harrison Ford mumbling everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't even like.
So bad.
But there's like one. There's really one Indiana Jones movie, which is a parody of the serials that Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. It's just like, hey, we can do that.
Yeah.
That's why it's fun.
Yep.
And then Temple of Doom, or what's the last one? Last Crusade,
Last
which
Crusade,
I love.
Yeah. It's good.
But it's also like, they're like, we don't know what the fuck to do. Like, we don't know what to
yeah.
do with these characters. It's like, all right, he's young and his dad's there.
Yep.
And it's essentially the first movie.
Let's do it again.
Let's just do it again.
I think
you know?
there's a train, maybe.
That's my problem with Ghostbusters. It's like, there's people who try. Like I watched Afterlife.
I still haven't seen it. Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's
Sure.
just Stranger Things with Ghostbusters.
Sure.
With the Stranger Things kid.
Right.
And it's like, oh, guess what? Harold Ramis comes back.
Yeah.
He's a CGI ghost.
Whoa.
It's like
remember this? Hey, remember this? Hey,
yeah,
everyone.
It's a lot of member berries.
Yeah.
But it's also like Ghostbusters works because half of the people that like wanted to be in it like didn't care about it, and there's another group of people that like cared about it like way too much.
Yeah.
Like Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd, who it's probably thought everything was real that was happening. Was just like oh, we got to make a movie about busting ghosts so that people will know that we have to bust those ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Because they're everywhere, and then Bill Murray's like, I like money.
Yeah.
Like.
yeah. And he doesn't care about it. And he's like, the franchise rights alone. It's like about a bunch of these grifters that just like happen to stumble. Like they have a smart guy.
Sure.
And they have, but it's like, yeah. And Ghostbusters 2 is like, oh no, what do we do? We just make the same thing again.
Yeah.
And then Ghostbuster, it's just like, why are we're trying to add like substance to something that initially didn't have substance, and the reason why it's good is because it doesn't have substance.
Because it doesn't, yeah.
It's just fun. And it's just like about a bunch of grifter like exterminator guys.
Yeah. It's hard to like, I don't know, because I think Indiana Jones, the new one, had no substance. But it was, to me, it was just so boring because nothing was happening. It was just like, let's just do more chase scenes, I guess.
All right.
They're chasing each other again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Some of that stuff's good. Did you watch Mission Impossible?
Nope.
See, I liked it a lot. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
But like, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There's like great stunts and stuff happening. Bright colors.
You know what's crazy?
Moving on the screen.
I saw like a YouTube short or something about how in Iron Man 2, Robert Downey Jr. had he has the record for the largest insurance claim on a Hollywood set, where it's like he twisted his ankle and couldn't work and stopped production for like months or something like that, or broke his ankle.
Yeah.
But like that's why there's so much there's so much insurance money that like goes into like making sure that there's stunt doubles and that the actors don't stop up production because it stops up all this money.
Yep.
But Tom Cruise like very famously like will put up his own money if he gets hurt on doing his own stunts. Like he will be like, I'm not gonna stop. Like you don't need to worry about insurance. He's like, I'll literally put up the ball.
He made a whole Top Gun sequel just so we could fly planes.
Yeah.
Which also, I don't know if you watched that. That was so bad.
Really?
I hated it.
Yeah.
I
like Miles Teller, but I was like, I don't want to see him with a little mustache.
Talking about remaking the movie, that was literally just Top Gun again. But like even more sanitized somehow. Like literally like
There's no weird silhouette kissing scene.
Like like only bad guys die, and they all wear visors, so there's not like any real people are dying. Like,
well, they have to sell it to China, right? So they can't make it like, it's
yeah,
Russia.
yeah. It's not even a any country. I think it's just unnamed place, and they're all wearing like headsets. Like, there's no character. It's not like, oh, the bad guy, Rick, who's always doing this. You know, like, they didn't even give him anything.
Yeah.
They're literally just like, well, we're going to kill this guy later.
What's up? You hanging out?
Yeah. Zay's here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Did you watch White Lotus?
I did not. Yeah. I've only heard good
Lotus
things. But
so they're all different.
Yeah.
And it's like only one character kind of moves over, which is... what's her face from Stifler's mom? I forget what's her
Stifler's
name?
mom. I don't remember.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, yeah.
She's the only one that she's...
That's a great impression. Nobody could hear it, but great impression. Clique wins!
Clique wins! This is the end of the RVASmash Dawnstar RVA podcast.
Yeah. This was a lot of fun. I liked talking about movies and not Smash. But thank you all so much for having
Thanks for tuning in.
Smash.
Let's go Zay from an hour and a half ago.
Whoa.